Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hey, hello, welcome. I'm Stacy and this is the channel about Siberia and Russian peculiarities. So take a cup of tea, coffee, make yourself comfortable, and today we will get deep to an old Slavic holiday, Kupala. I'll show you some sacred magical traditions and we will try to know why this holiday actually can't be called Ivan Kupala. Stay tuned. Kupala is a very important traditional Slavic holiday dedicated to the Kupala god, and it's a celebration of nature and purity. The holiday was connected with the summer solstice, and according to the Julian calendar, it used to be on the 24th of June, but with Gregorian calendar, it was moved to the 7th of July, or to be exact, to the night from 6th to 7th of July. It was believed that the water and fire become special this day, that it could heal all the difficulties and change your life. This day gives strength and purification, the opportunity for people to get rid of eternal discomfort, illnesses, some kinds of suffering, so they celebrated this day of God Kupala, not exactly at the summer solstice day, but when the sun goes down already, so that the old diseases went away. Many traditions of this day are connected with water and holding mostly at night from 6th to 7th of July. It was believed that this was the better time to pray the god of sun, Yarila. Slavic people prayed to him about pregnancy and health. Also, according to the magical vibes, Slavic believed that gods and demons became closer to people this day. The herbs collection played a big role for Slavic this period of time, and it's not an accidental. During these weeks, the amount of essential oils and other beneficial substances runs on its maximum. They collected wormwood, St. John's wort, and clot's foot, which then had to be dried properly. They also harvested some plants and branches for the banya. Thistles, needles, and another pricky herbs were also took to bring them home and ward off evil spirits and evil eye. As for the girls, they mostly collected flowers and the bouquets, which they made after the sunset. Men in Russia had their own duties and traditions. They were busy making a doll of Yarila god. They picked up a young flat tree, most often birch or willow, as they had a lot bark. Its lower branches were peeled and placed in the center of the area where most celebrations were planned. Young people decorated this tree with colorful ribbons and white flowers. In the lower part, they placed a wooden goy. The name was given to the divine reproductive organ, and that meant the symbol of fertility and male power. It was large and painted bright colors. Various foodstuff and dishes were placed in front of this god to ask him for harvest and livestock fattening. These days, Slavic held drum dances, sang songs, built up bonfires, in the middle of which they put a pole with a burning wheel, the symbol of the sun. In the evening, girls made a wreath of grass and let them float in the water. If the wreath drawn, then the guy loved the girl and they won't marry. But if it floated a long distance, then she could count on the marriage this year. Another weird tradition was to throw dirty water on everyone you met. It was believed that the more often a person ran to bath, the purer his soul would be and the most healing power the water heaven, the sun rays. Ritual fires were very high and healing. Slavic people danced around them, jumped over. Who jumped higher would be the luckiest this year. In those magical fires, the mothers burned their sick children's clothes, so the diseases could burn together with the underwear. Young people arranged noisy, merry games called the Games of Gods, walked on coals, and then they take bratina. They filled it with originally bred kvass and pass it around from one to another. One sips and passes it on. Bratina is a large kvass-filled ladle with blessing of God Perun. Traditionally, people ate special dishes. The main was kulaga, a special meal made of rye or buckwheat flour. At first, the flour was kneaded with cold water, then poured over with the boiling water and boiled, adding oil and salt. Sometimes kulaga was sweetened with honey instead of salt. Another traditional dish was voukasha, for remembering passed away relatives. While finishing a vow meal, the citizens asked gods about the health for them and their children, and wealth. After the midnight, there was a time of the main waited tradition, searching for the fern flower. It was believed that exactly at midnight, the fern releases a bud which opens, revealing to the world the most beautiful and bright red flower. One needed to search it using this magical, sacred site. No tearing. It's said to grant wealth and happiness, the ability to understand the language of animals and trees, as well as to see buried treasures in the ground. But as with any magical object, it was not easy to find. The legends say that this plant is guarded by demons, and it's really necessary to take something with you to scare them, and do not turn around at the shoutings and noises behind. Despite the difficult quest, there were enough people who wanted to pass it. The Kupala celebration continues till the sunrise, and people meet the sun god Yerila with their faces turned to east. The flow of the solar wind fills one with such a strong energy that it will be enough for the whole year. To bring wealth to their lives, people made some simple but very strong rituals. Here is one of them. On the night of July 6th to 7th, take all the coins and put them under the pillow. In the early morning, take them out and pour from hand to hand, saying, "How many fires have burnt on Kupala's night? So much money will come to me for a good cause. The amount of dew on the grass in the fields and woods, the amount of gold I will bring into my house this year." Many people all over the world name this day Ivan Kupala, which is completely wrong and took from Christianity. Original Slavic holiday was called Kupala. This is the name of God. The root Kupa means union, but in many countries, the day of summer solstice is named after John or Ivan the Baptist. The fact is that the June 24th, the day next to the ancient holiday, considered his birthday. In some countries, the solstice is celebrated on the same day as John's or Ivan's birthday and the day of Kupala among Slavic. Although the solstice was a pagan holiday, it was not forbidden in Christian Europe. It was actually important to give an ordinary people an extra reason to have fun and relax. Fires were still lit, but on completely new Christianic occasion. They were now called St. John's fires and scared off witches and evil spirits. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it thumbs up or down as I feel it to be. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't ready to see more interesting and exciting Slavic traditions and holidays. And I'm leaving you not for so long. See you in the next video. Bye!